everybody, I'm Yolanda, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you might know, if you are thinking you're seeing double, well, obviously you don't. I am doing another update on my Heaven and Earth design cross-stitch conversion. As you see, I have two versions here. Both of them are partly done. There is on the back one there just a tiny bit more on the top, and on this one here in front is just I think it's like actually fully in view now. But there are just a few more drills up top, but I think this is the best I could get for now. Next update, I think I need to look for another point to film from, or at least to put the canvases down, because as you see, you are in a little bit of a tight spot at the moment, because here I have a storage box and there we have the rug, and I wanted to keep it in between, but yeah, this is a little bit of a mess like this. So sorry for the tight space. I think next time I will be making sure the rug is as clean as I possibly can and put them on the rug then instead of just on the floor. But that's not here nor there. We are here for the canvas, not for my floor. Thankfully, because that's a mess. But good, as you can see, we have one of the cute little draglings from Randall Spangler. In case you don't know the artist, Randall Spangler, he is signed for diamond paintings over at Diamond Art Club. I also have this kit in Diamond Art Club version. And I will have a square Diamond Art Club versus square Heaven and Earth cross-stitch conversion playlist as well. But this is the Heaven and Earth design cross-stitch conversion round versus square. So this one over here in front is the square, the one in the back is round. Sorry for my autofocus as soon as I'm trying to point something out, because if I move around too much, I think the whole camera will be wobbling. So I'm trying not to do that too much. So I will probably need to be pointing everywhere. But yeah, so start first. I am going to grab my little book because I forgot that one again. So hold on. And I'm back. So I have grabbed my trusty little notebook for my cross-stitch conversion information. So this is for me at least part 4. This will actually be if you look at the numbers on the cross-stitch pattern, will be pages 4 and 8. So it's going to point it at the first one, around here is part 1. Then here, give or take, is 2. Then 3, and then long on the same line is 4. And then here would be 5, 6, 7. And then there we have 8. So yeah, it's not really getting out. At the end of a page, you have a little bit left over, but I'm trying to make it a little bit making sense. So I'm not going fully in order of the pages, but just so for me it feels better to say it like that. So this will be considering part 4, or at least for the updates, it's part 4. So what I did was now then the pages 4 and 8 on both square and round. As you see, there is a lot of white on the round version. That is because of the fact that I am working with leftover drills, or drills that people were kind enough to send to me. If you heard that, that was a cat running around upstairs. But yeah, so not all the colors are filled in. I mostly work with squares, so that is why a lot of the square drill is filled in and around less. But a obvious thing you can see, for example, the draglings are in both of the kits filled in. Well, mostly. So you can see that the bottom one over here is a lot brighter in color than the one over there, which comes because with the fact rounds, the canvas still counts for squares, to see it like that. the background isn't filled in. So it will have a lighter background shining through, which will make it look a little bit lighter than the actual colors. Also, because I'm working from like leftovers, I also am working with drills that are not all of the same dye lot, so that will also be quote unquote helping with like it being a little bit more distorted, to say it like that, and it's like not matching up fully what it should be when you buy everything in one go. Maybe in the future I will try that, but for now, this one I'm trying to do as much as I can from stash. And just filling it in as I go. As soon as I finished, for example, another round drill canvas, and I have colors that I haven't used before, or at least I'm out of at that point, I am selecting that color once I work on that round again. I will select it in the Pattern Keeper app and go back to page 1 and start filling it in from there. If there's nothing to fill in there, go to 2, 3, 4, etc. all the way to where I am at that point. Sorry for the lighting that's coming through. It gives a little bit of a space lighting. False space lighting. It lights just there a little, there a little, there a little. A little bit of spotlighting. But yeah, so I try to do it like as best as I can to like have the beginning finished as soon as possible. But as you see, like with the square, that's a lot easier than with the round. As I said, I work on squares a lot more. Yeah, as far as what all is placed on these canvases, for the square version, which again is the bottom one, I have placed 28,643 drills, which is of the grand total 32.98%. So give or take 33% done. Most of it is filled in. As you see, you can see some spots where it isn't, especially like in the right row. And for the round one, as you see, there's a lot more holes. I placed 25,752 drills on that one, which is a total of 29.65% completed of the entire pattern. So there's like, give or take, 3% less done on the round than the square. Hope that the cat will not be stepping on glue because she's walking by again. Maybe you hear the noise of little cat feet. Trying to move not too fast because as you saw, I just moved a little bit and yeah, the entire frame shakes. But yeah, as I said, this is a Heaven and Earth cross-stitch conversion, which means that I am using a Heaven and Earth cross-stitch pattern, which is also fully licensed by the artist Randall Spangler. And I am working with, as I said, leftover drills on a blank canvas, because as you see, like especially for this one, you see there's nothing filled in. There are only like the blank squares where, well, the outlining for what a square should be. Or a round in the case of the round one, but... And yeah, I'm working with the Pattern Keeper app. I actually have it on 2 cell phones, my old one and my new one. So I can, well, have the account. For one or the other reason, you're able to work on the same account, but have it on different devices, like being different progresses. If that makes sense. So my new phone I work on solely for the square one and the old for the round. And that way I can keep them both separated. You can also work with a paper pattern. But to be quite honest, I think it's a little bit more finicky. I started with that, but especially with me not being able to complete an entire row in one go. It's kind of hard to mark what you have done and what you haven't, so it makes it not really easy. Also, the nice thing about Pattern Keeper, as I said, like I could call out the numbers of what I have placed. The app, it gives you the ability to see how much you completed of the entire kit, as well in drills as in percentages, words. But they also give you the option to see how much you completed during that day, which is always fun to see. But yeah, so I use the Pattern Keeper app. I select the color I want to work with, obviously, if I have it at that moment. It highlights everything. I can place easily where I need to be, mark off that I have done that, and go on to the next color. So, at least for me, that works really well. But if I understood correctly, it's only available for Android users. For Apple, you need to do a whole lot of something. I'm not an Apple person. The only apples I do are the fruit. I don't work with Apple technology. Not my thing. But to each their own. If you love Apple, I am pretty sure there are people smarter than me that can point you to where you can find the whole thing, to what to download and stuff to make it work. I have heard, at least, that I believe from Diamonds and Washi, Katie, that she uses a, what's the word? Fire tablet? Something, I believe. At least it's, I believe, Apple based, and she uses Pattern Keeper. So I don't know if she has a video about it or something, but maybe you can find it there or ask her. Or somebody else smarter or more into technology than I am. But yeah, so this is how far I am at this point. I am trying to get a little bit more momentum on these kits because I have now, well, say 4 pages done, or at least 4 updates. And I am working on the round one for a year and a half, the square a year, or just the other way around. I just put my little book outside, so I can't say for sure. But one of them I started, I believe, like March last year, and the other one June, July-ish. And it's now the end of October when I'm filming this. So yeah, it's time for me to get the move on. So I'm trying to get at least some more work done so I can get these updates to you more quickly. In case I can work really quickly on it, let me know. Would you still want like each page their own like review to say or update? Or you're like, well, then if you have it finished in like 2 weeks, one for each canvas, I would be fine with it being 2 pages in one go. Let me know. Small chance of it happening, but who knows? Who knows? But as I said, I'm also simultaneously working on the Diamond Art Club version, which actually also will be a time lapse. So yeah, I'm working on this canvas 3 times. So I have my work cut out for me. But yeah, now I can work on page 7 or update part 4. And yay! I believe if I looked it up a little bit, I would be having 11 updates. But I'm not entirely sure if that would be like 11 like pages, to call it like that, or if that would be also including the end result, like probably in like 2 years if I have the entire thing filled up. Because yes, if you see the round one, I'm going to move you a little bit more up. So yeah, the round one does have a lot more filling in to do. And a lot of those colors that I need filling into, I hardly ever use. So we'll see how that one will turn out. Or when I will be doing a full, like, ta-da, it's completely finished kind of video. But yeah, with that all being said, I'm just going to leave it at this because I'm starting to ramble. I think I have said everything. Like, also, they aren't as legible as the Diamond Art Club version is. But like, the main reason for me is like to see, like, would it turn out okay? Or at least okay-ish for me to be able to say like, hey, I have this artwork that I really love, but there is no company that has it available, or it's discontinued and really sought after. They're highly in demand. Like, for example, the Mandy Manzano Princess panels. A lot of them have been at Diamond Art Club, but they have been discontinued for a couple of years. And yeah, they're in pretty decent demand, so they are pretty hard to come by. But there are companies, well, there is a company that licenses Mandy Manzano's artwork, or at least a lot of it. And they also do have the princess panels. So maybe if you are able to do it and you want to do it, because not everybody wants to do a cross-stitch conversion. So that's also a given, that you need to want to work on a cross-stitch conversion. But if you want to work on it, if it's like an option to get a cross-stitch conversion of a kit you like would it be something to do? And since I saw that there were also round blank canvases, I was thinking like, I'm going to do extra and I'm going to do it in round and square to see if there's difference as well. That's just me. But yeah, it's now a project that's long enough going that I'm trying to get started with it and move decently along, hopefully. So with that all being said, if there's anything you want to ask me, for example, how I work on it or anything, you can ask them down in the comment section below. If you want to tell me something, maybe like, what do you think about this project? Or about cross-stitch conversions in general, let me know down in the comment section below. And for the rest, I'm going to leave you with the regular YouTube stuff. Namely, if you like the video, you know the drill, like, subscribe, and all the fun YouTube stuff. And I hope to see you in a next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week. And I hope to see you next video, as I said before. And bye!